whether I should go on with Kryder. I guess it's not. No, it's perfect time. And then we can jump over again to tech. Okay, so I'm trying to record this for YouTube as well. So it's going to be now with a little bit of an introduction. Much is also in. Thank you so much for joining. And yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm looking at the track lists and I'm thinking, wow, this is such an amazing compilation. And I believe it's only 10 tracks. So when talking about Kryder's God Save the Groove Volume 1 compilation. And yeah, this is the third and last part. And yeah, what is there to say? I mean, to be honest, in the beginning, I was a bit disappointed because it is only 10 tracks, because the other ones were 15 and 14, I believe. So Kato and I was 13, and yeah, and Simon Kitsus was 12 tracks. Kato and I was 13, and yeah, I don't know, for some reason, I believe this is my favorite one. Because it's, I believe, the most balanced one, but you know, that doesn't mean the other ones are worse or better or whatever. I mean, like each one of them has their own own charming feelings to it. So I mean, also like on this first on this compilation by Kryder, there's also so much that I'm looking forward to in ages. So, for example, this La Luna Styline remix that I've heard, I don't know, I believe almost a year ago on Criteria. The same goes with the Chant Kato and I remix. I'm gonna play all of them. I won't play all of them from this compilation because I've already covered a lot of the tracks that I've already in previous episodes, like Bingo Bango. This is the first track, and then later on Romani. That's on these compilation. I won't touch on this too much because I've already covered them. So actually, you know, for such a long time, actually, in one of my previous episodes. But I want to start with Sensation. This is actually also an old track by Chris. I guess already over a year old, and that was made for I guess Sensation Chile or something like this. It was a festival anthem, basically. In the true sense of the word, not as a festival anthem that you can play this on festivals. I mean, you can still, but in that case, it was really for the Sensation Festival in, I believe, Chile, and yeah, and in that case, it's the VIP dub mix, which actually is not there's not a huge difference. I mean, it's still like the same track, you can still hear it very well, but in that case the breakdown is a bit of a different one. The breakdown of the original had a very long vocal, which is nice, but for casual listening I believe this VIP dub mix is better, and I've heard it already also a couple of months back on Criteria, and I was bothering I believe both Chris and Olindo for finally, when it's getting released. This is so cool, like this is so different, and it's easy. It's like for easier listening, it's better than the original mix. Because the original mix, I mean, it's cool for building up tension, but like for, I don't know, I don't want to focus too much on the impact of the drop. So I want actually to make the drop run. You know, like I don't know how to phrase this, like that. Then you know that it's just coming and staying, you know, and not as much, you know, I don't want to focus too much on the vocal, because the track itself is already so nice and like fist pumping all over the place, and you'll see this right now. That yeah, that you'll see me right now do this. I love also how the kick is so different on this one. And actually, I'm driving my car, you know, this weekend, listening to this compilation. I'm like this all the time. I'm like driving like this. It was so sick. I loved it, and I love this mix especially. So it's very, very nice. So Pontus is also in. Thank you so much for joining. And I have to look for somebody. So this is the Kryder compilation. Give me a second. Okay. Yeah. And then we have actually the mix cuts and the radio edits, I believe. This is like the difference here. Yeah. So I believe I'm gonna add this simply to my normal playlist. And yeah. And then I guess drop in the title for Facebook because it's easier. So, and this is like the difference now that actually I have here now a different breakdown, a different, I don't know, like transition to the next drop. And this is what I like more in that case. I see Narenda is I guess still watching. So thank you so much for showing the support. Just give me a second. Like, get in. Yeah, and what I also want to mention is that once again I bought the extended mixes. Once again. Oh, I'm so in love with this one. Oh my goodness. It's so old, but like it's still so, you know, it still gets me moving. It's so sick. So yeah, I bought the tracks, the extended mixes of Google Play. Once again, they are already available there. On Beatport, they'll be available in, I believe, a week. Next week, Friday. So if you can wait as much as I can, so that's just the perfect time now to, to head over to Google Play and get it for yourself there. Absolutely sick track, sick compilation, really worth the money, so go and get it. If you want, if you're a DJ basically, because I believe for DJs is the most interesting thing. Yeah, I'm so in love with this, also like this outro. So enjoyable, absolutely. Okay, Anthony is also in, thank you so much for joining. 7 people are in, wow, this is such a huge honor. I don't see all of you. Say hi, please. I guess Keegan also joined in. Stand by. I've listened to the track that you sent me, and yeah, I will play it later then. But now, it's time for Kryder's compilation here. Absolutely sick track, I'm so in love. And what I'm also in love with is the next one. The next one is called Are You Ready? And it's the Agent Greg extended remix. And who's it by? It's by Brown Sugar. And the bass line on this one is sick. So I'm actually, just like, I guess deadmau5 is also a so-called bass fetishist. So I really have a fetish about bass lines, basically. The bass has to fuck, as I say in German. Der Bass muss ficken. And woo, it does so well on this one. So in love with this one. So in love. Guy from Greece. And it's absolutely sick one. Yellow. Thank you so much. You heard yellow. Interesting. Okay. So, Soundcloud, and I'll also add it to my playlist. It's easier for me to do it over there. I mean, I see it also there, but like it's easier for me like this one. So yeah. And now it's even better. And look who's also watching. Mr. Santori joined. Davida from Gemelini also joined. Thank you so much for joining. And let's go for that. Are you ready? Yeah, when I heard this in the car, I was like, wow, the bass line. So sick. Apparently you can't hear it properly here over the mic here, but I hope, I mean you can listen to it on Spotify as well, or wherever you find it. So enjoyable. Tell me what you like about this track. Yeah, there it is. remix. Agent Greg. So he also had, I believe, a track of one of the previous compilations. Agent Greg was already involved. Greg Bisicasts, so yeah. Great that he made it again. He's, I believe, one of these guys that I believe also Kryder is looking for. So I know him for a very long time already. So I believe because he is also one of the residents in Thessaloniki, Athens, somewhere there. So please correct me if I'm wrong. And Sony also joined. Thank you so much. I hope that you enjoyed Ciudad de Mexico, or whatever it's called. Hello. Very nice one, very enjoyable. You should definitely check it out. This was one of the standout tracks for me of the compilation. Because due to its simplicity, I don't know, it's so simple, just the bass line and gets you moving. The bass is fucking, that's how it should be done. I'm so happy with this. Thank you so much, Chris, for actually adding this to the compilation. I'm so happy. Because actually this is, you know, it's the small things usually in life that gets me excited about certain stuff. And that's why I'm actually so happy that Chris actually chose this and that in the compilation, and it's actually coming closer. So there are actually more tracks coming up. So I believe I haven't actually covered Smash the Disco yet. And I'm not sure whether Davide is still here, but this is also a very nice one. So it has actually a long intro which I like very much, and actually a melody that actually is very simple, I believe. I'm not sure whether actually you could actually have the idea of like this one Satori guy, the other Satori guy. Andrea. So this is Smash the Disco. And you need the link for Spotify. So it starts off chilly, and then they're like chilled, and then it actually, you know, gets I don't know how to phrase this. Gets yeah, maybe louder. I don't know. It's just tough to say, but I don't know. More uplifting, I guess. So. Yeah. So the first, so it gets better on the second drop. So that's actually what I'm so happy about. Yeah, because the melody gets more uplifting there, a bit faster. Bassline gets a bit rougher. Yeah. So all in all, such a great track to dance to. It went off during the Kryder boat party, so absolutely sick. So what's up next? I believe I'll just carry on with the chants, because I believe I played you already La Luna last week. Yeah, I also like very much is that they actually carry on some parts of the melody still like into the outro, so very enjoyable. Yeah, absolutely, Keegan. It was such a sick one. I guess they also played it. I believe Kryder actually brought all the producers that had a track on the compilation on stage, so that they made them play this track, this one track, and then maybe one more, and then, you know, they just went off and went either to the silent disco upstairs or somewhere else enjoying the party. So up next, the chant Kato Anaya remix, number 7 on the compilation. I need to tag you, Kato. This this is such an unexpected drop. Yeah, like I would never actually know that you can actually drop it like this. So this playlist, and then the other one. Copy the link. So yeah, also another very enjoyable one. So it actually it takes away the power of the original to make some room for a bit techier vibes, chillier vibes. So yeah, very interesting what Cartel did here with the original. I mean the vocal is still the same one, but yeah. So yeah, very enjoyable. Also, you can also hear the melody in this one. So that's also it's actually still the same one, but it's still a bit different. So it's just EQ'd a lot. It's actually very interesting how much processing there is behind. I mean, Cartel is like a musical genius. I mean, like he's recording real guitars. He's taking vocalists into the studio. This is so sick, man. So Cartel is highly underrated. Really, believe me. I've been talking to him during ADE. What he told me, he had El Rio already covered on the last episode. So check this out if you want to. I'll also upload all the free parts where I covered all the free compilations on YouTube, and I'll definitely tag them somehow. We'll do some time tag on this for every single track, because I believe it's really worth it to really pay attention to this compilation, as it is really a staple for future groove releases. And as we enjoy a lot this kind of music, and Chris in general, his idea of this label, it's really worth supporting this. So I hope that everything gets through, because I haven't uploaded the other episode yet. I had a busy weekend, and then I had a busy week up until now, basically, at work. So I hope that at some point of this week I'll get to it, because I had to restream it on Twitch, then cut it out, because it's easier for me that way. Yeah, Cartel's just in for the final of his track. So thank you so much for joining once again. And yeah, another sick remix that you did there. I know it's been a long time. You had this probably finished already, but now it's finally out since Friday. The Chant, Cartel and I remix. Yeah, and then we have 3 more tracks in this compilation that are... two of them are rather a surprise. I mean, the first one I heard already on Criteria, I believe, in one of the early episodes. And yeah, it's the track Me Suena, and Kryder, Tom Staar already remixed it, or actually, yeah, whatever, like had a release already. And yeah, this time it's Danny Marcy on the remix. Let's check out if I can find him. Danny Marcy, yeah. And it's also a very nice one. Yeah, there he is. He's from Barcelona, so nice to see. Also his track made it onto the compilation. And yet again, so this is actually the same thing that we had with The Chant by Katonaya. Because we had actually we had actually a bit a more progressive, I don't know, pure groove, tough to say, track for the original, and here we're having kind of techy remix. So it's very interesting. So thank you so much, David, for the like. Hope that you enjoyed my review of Smash Disco. This is like yet another track. This is so surprising to have on this compilation. That's why actually I'm so happy when you have a compilation that really has tracks that surprises you. You know, I mean, I heard of this track, but maybe I heard it once or twice on Criteria. I mean, I'm listening to it every week, but you know, you forget a lot of stuff because a lot of the stuff that is getting played on Criteria won't see the light of day. Usually, it's just a rough draft of a track, ready to get played on the radio, but then gets forgotten. Or simply, a producer, it might, finish it at some point, maybe not. And then, finishing a track is one thing, and then finding a label to release it is another thing. So, yeah. So so do not confuse those two things. So, it's always important. Yeah, I really like the vocal. It's really something to sing to, and then when it drops, just putting your hands up, checking to the bass line. So it's so simple, but so effective. So absolutely sick. Yeah, thank you so much for the support so far. 4 people are still in, and I believe. Let me check what else is left. We're having Street Life by Jose de Mara and Cruzy. I can finally play it. So I already have it, I believe, for roughly a week, and then. And then I can finally play it. A very enjoyable one by Jose de Mara and Cruzy. And yet another idea, techie, make original more techie. So let me check if I can text them both. It's actually it came basically out of nowhere. So yeah, very enjoyable one. Also there, they took a lot from the original. Yeah, so absolutely enjoyable one. This one as well. So this to take away the ads on Spotify. Actually, I'm not willing to pay for this, so. It's actually not really for me. It's actually what some people may not understand yet. Maybe you understand, or maybe you don't think about it that way. But actually, I'm doing these playlists on Spotify for you, for basically my community. By the way, this part is one of my favorite ones. They have like different drums there, working with different drums there. So very, very enjoyable. Absolutely. Yeah. And I like how they EQ'd the trumpets here from the original. So yeah. So yeah. So yeah, thank you so much for this one. Jose Mara and Cruzy, absolutely a smasher, would even say. So Andrea also joined. Thank you so much. I've reviewed your track Smash the Disco earlier on this episode, so watch back, and if you enjoyed it, leave a comment or like, would be very thankful. So nice if you have like all the producers like on Facebook directly. So it's actually what I love so much about our community, that we're actually really so close together, both fans and producers and label and those that are responsible for labels, A&R, whatever. So this is very cool to see. Yeah, and for the last one of this compilation, we're having something that I haven't heard before, I believe. It's a remix of the track by Kryder, Staar, and The Wolf, aka Starkillers, for those who didn't know that yet. I guess he said it after Avicii died, that he's Starkillers and The Wolf in one person. And in that case is once again a techie remix of the Cube guy, like by the Cube guys. So also worth checking out. So yeah. And for the tracks that I didn't play off the compilation, just check out my previous Bisicasts. I covered them so long, actually I don't want to talk so much about, I don't know, Romani for example, so I actually did a very, very long track about it. Also La Cumbia Mera, that was also on the other compilation by Cartel. This is yet another amazing bass line, very simple, just as we love it from the Cube guys. By the way, shout outs to the Cube guys. Today in the morning I found out that I'm now a top fan of the Cube guys, what I'm actually very happy about. I'm trying of course to share as much content as I can by them, but it's very tough to catch up with so many producers. But yeah, I'm still happy they appreciate it. So yeah. Absolutely. Thanks so much for this. So yeah, this is the link to this one. And once again, they took the original vocal, built something different around it. They took only little stuff from the main synthy on the original. This part, yes. And then once again, we're having the space fucking, you know, how the kick is coming through. This is so sick. But this goes only for 15 seconds. And then actually it builds up again for the next drop. So I guess they did this from the original lead. And now they actually, you know, something in between. Denzel Music also is over on Facebook, on Instagram. Thank you so much for joining. So in love with this one. Also perfect track, you know. Also for in between on during main time. You know, the bass line, you know, gets you still going, you know. And you know, I was actually on the weekend. I had a long drive by car. I don't know, 400 kilometers or something, even more. I can't remember. Because it's 180 in one direction, 180 in the other, and then I have to go somewhere else again. And then I was actually only listening to this. To the compilation, and it was all the time, you know, going with my right hand, hands up in the air, you know, just feeling the bass line. Yeah, it was only the first part of the main lead, so we just had it there. Yeah, so absolutely sick by the Cube guys. Thank you so much. They had the honor to remix this. Yeah, so that was it. That were the 3 compilations by Kryder Records, God Save the Groove Volume 1. 3 CDs. The first one mixed by Simon Kitsu, the second one by Cartel, the third one by the man himself, Kryder. All 3 of them are absolutely amazing and very diverse in the sounds that they are providing. So you can find both techie and melodic stuff basically on all 3 of them. I believe the least melodic ones are on Kryder's. Kryder is very techie focused, but this is actually still not a problem. You have actually some fan favorites there like Unity, the VIP dub mix finally out, and yeah, some unexpected stuff like Smash the Disco, and also so many remixes of original Cartel releases back then, because Street Life, Mesueno, The Chant, this was all Cartel stuff, and it was actually for a long time already discussed within our scene then when it's going to be released, whether this will be then released on Cartel, but then actually Cartel stopped working actually is not there anymore. And now with this new label by Kryder, under the umbrella of Spinnin, and I guess Warner also, Warner actually bought Spinnin, and that yeah, we're having really now a great example of what our genre is sounding like, and yeah, a great example also for future tracks that may come. Maybe not, actually we're not asking for copies now of these tracks, but something in this direction, maybe with a new fresh sound, would be very nice. But you know, still keeping it techy, keeping it rolling, shoulder rolling, as we're saying. So this was actually, this is what I'm actually asking for the future. So I'm very interested how this will go on now, after these 3 compilations are now here. So I believe that the next releases will be now single focused again, or maybe EP focused, but not maybe as big as like 3 CDs now, because that was really much, I believe, also for us fans, you know, because we have to process now 35 tracks. All of them are very nice, and yeah, and I hope that actually for the future that we'll have more of these kind of tracks. So I'm really looking forward to what the future brings for Kryder, and yeah, let's see what the next releases bring. So yeah, hope that you enjoyed this review of these 3 compilations, and yeah, and now we carry on with other stuff.